Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'm Ron Mackenzie Lafergie. War Machine is one of the most popular Iron Man characters ever. Some fans even prefer him to Tony. We've gotten to see two takes on Rhodey in the MCU, but there's still a heck of a lot that many people don't know about the guy. So let's fix that. I'll talk mostly about comic stuff and throw in a few real life tidbits just for giggles. If you finish this and want more, check out our video on the top 10 superhero assistants next. But first, get ready, it's time for the top 10 facts about James Rhodes, aka War Machine. Number 10. He was the second Iron Man. At this point, most people know that James Rhodes wears Iron Man armor from time to time as War Machine. But what some don't realize is that he got his start as a replacement for Tony. Rhodes became close to Tony when he was working as his pilot, and when Stark's alcoholism stopped him from being Iron Man, good old Jimmy stepped in, becoming the second Iron Man. It wasn't until later, when Tony was back in action, that he created the heavily armed black War Machine suit we all know and love. Nice. Number 9. Don Cheadle's anxiety. Many of us may have imagined how claustrophobic we'd be in an Iron Man suit, even if it would be really cool also, but Don Cheadle experienced it firsthand. Apparently it was really distressing to be unable to lift your arms or touch your face or do much of anything. Cheadle has said that he took, in his words, all kinds of things to deal with the claustrophobia, and frankly, I don't blame him. Number 8. He lost his suit after fighting Nazis. Yeah, not only has Rhodey seen success in both the military and heroics, he's gone back in time to do it even more during World War II. When a group of neo-Nazis were trying to send weapons back in time to help the Nazis win the war, War Machine went back to help Cap and Bucky defeat the baddies. However, Rhodey created a paradox of sorts when he killed the father of the neo-Nazi from present time, and the resulting time reset caused him to lose the War Machine armor. But he wasn't without his suit for long. Number 7. Alien armor. Soon after the time-traveling shenanigans, Rhodey ends up putting on an alien suit in order to defeat a dangerous alien called a Lictor. Turns out that the suit was warware made by the Idolan race. It was a sentient suit that could adapt itself to meet the needs of the wearer, rather like the Venom symbiote that you guys know all about by now. It could even summon drones to help it in battle and would revert back to a chest tattoo when not needed. And this armor came in handy when he came up against an old friend. Number 6. He fought against Tony Stark. Tony found himself under the influence of Kang the Conqueror, who was actually Immortus, and Rhodey was tasked with stopping him. He fought his mind-controlled friend alongside a teenage version of Tony, and in the end, Stark broke the mind control long enough to sacrifice himself, allowing his teenage self to take his place as the new Iron Man. But sometime after this, Rhodey used the alien armor to prevent Stark's armor research from being stolen, and he lost access to his warware in the process. But it was fun while it lasted. Number 5. He was part of the crew. Here's one part of War Machine's story that a lot of people are totally unaware of. After p***ing all his money away from his business, Jim heard that his sister had been murdered. This was the last straw for him, and he ended up going to the Mog, a crime-riddled area of Brooklyn. He joined other heroes, including Josiah X, White Tiger, and Junta, to fight against the 66 Bridges gang. Sadly, the series was cancelled after just 7 issues, which is part of why so few people know about it. But the crew got pretty sick as time went on, later including Luke Cage, Black Panther, and Storm, amongst others. Number 4. He was the second Iron Patriot. Comic fans may know Iron Patriot as the Iron Man armor used by Norman Osborn, but he wasn't the last person to use the name. After AIM stole a bunch of Iron Patriot drones and used them to frame the US for international attacks, S.H.I.E.L.D. learned that these sentient drones could actually be reasoned with, and due to Rhodey's time with the suits, the drones respected him as the pilot, and allowed him to teach them the proper way to act. Donning a new Iron Patriot armor, Jim went on to attack AIM with his badass army of Patriot drones. So sick. Number 3. The Terrence Howard situation. I'm sure a lot of you know something about the recasting, but there are a lot of misconceptions, so I thought I'd clear it up. Some people think it was just him getting too greedy and asking for too much money, but that's not quite the case. Turns out he was already supposed to be making $8 million for the second film, but when it came time to film, they only offered him an eighth of what he was originally promised, because I guess they gave the money to Robert Downey Jr. So you can't really blame him for not wanting in on the movie. Now, the offer was still $1 million to pretend to be someone on screen, and frankly, there isn't much I wouldn't do on screen for $1 million, but it definitely makes sense that he wasn't keen on being lowballed by the studio. Number 2. He became a cyborg. While testing fighter jets in Dubai, Rhodey was set upon by a terrorist group, resulting in a loss of his arms, legs, and half his face. And thankfully, Tony saved him using bleeding edge technology to turn him into into a totally awesome cyborg. And I'm calling it now, we're gonna be seeing Cyborg Rhodes in Infinity War. You heard it here first. Probably won't happen. Anyway, he stayed a cyborg for a while until his consciousness was transferred into a clone body. And he stayed in the clone body until, well, number 1, the death. Yeah, this list would not be complete without discussing the death of Jim Rhodes. In Civil War II, Rhodes became the US Secretary of Defense. He went on to help the Ultimates and Inhumans fight Thanos at Project Pegasus, hoping to ambush him to keep him away from the Cosmic Cube. Sadly, during the fight, Thanos punched clean through the armor and killed War Machine, which led to some pretty serious tension between Tony Stark and Captain Marvel. With War Machine and Thanos both slated to appear in Infinity War, we may see a repeat of this, but that's a story for another day. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smack that thumbs up button and subscribe to Top 10 Nerd for more videos. Let me know if you want a part 2 for this. There's so much to talk about, I had to leave a bunch out. And hey, if you want a sweet playlist to watch so you can just relax and let the nerdiness wash over you, check out our Top 10 alternate versions playlist on the channel. Until next time, I'm Ron Mackenzie Lafergie with Top 10 Nerd. Later, nerds.